we have new information on the situation. Now, I'm going to just bring this Video Games Chronicle article up as like a backdrop to it, but the information I'm going to go into goes beyond this. This is going to be more of just like something to talk about with it. First, to get into that, Bungie confirms that an artist's work was taken and used in Marathon without their permission. And just that in itself is such a massive deal. It's not even funny. Where Bungie themselves is like, yeps, we definitely goofed here. That's on us. That's bad. That's really bad. And good point by 21 Palacia or 21 Palaka says, keep in mind, they knew about this all along, which, to be honest, I don't know how they could not know about this. This is so over the top. It's basically, like, think about it. Look at this image. It is the aesthetic of the game. It's not like a random artwork that got plastered put on a wall in a game about something else. It is literally the aesthetic, and it was stolen. The entire aesthetic of the game was robbed. And this is like a massive multi-hundred plus million dollar game by Bungie. And remember, PlayStation bought Bungie for, what was it? Billions of dollars. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was billions. It was a lot of money. So they expect some sort of output from their Bungie that they bought. And holy crap, is this bad? Bungie has acknowledged that an artist's work was taken and used in its upcoming Marathon game without their permission. Scottish artist Fern Hook, who posts as that on social media, posted a series of messages on X on Thursday, which I talked about previously in the other videos. Check those out if you want the full details of it. And they said the Marathon Alpha, all this stuff, they claimed that this is them saying it was stolen. And look at the aesthetic here again. And then compare this to, and it's not just all over the main menu or the menus in the game or the walls in the game, but it's also on the characters, the way the numbers are written, like everything. It's everything. It's crazy. Like, imagine putting years upon years and hundreds upon hundreds of $1 million into a game. And right when it's getting to launch, they're like, oh, we got this one little thing that just got caught right at the end. And it might be the biggest PR disaster in the history of gaming. What's that? Oh, we actually stole everything. It's the whole game. It's literally the whole game. It's insane. The Project File says $3.6 billion. Imagine spending that much money for a company and then not being able to pay an artist to do something original. It is insane to me. So with that as the backdrop, let's get to a couple of stories that came from this. And this is the biggest one that throws me for a loop here. So this is originally from Anna Meneses, and they said, it didn't stop at her posters. They deliberately co-opted her design, language, and musical style. And musical style. You thought I was kidding when I said it's the whole game. They stole her entire creative identity. I told you at the start of this, guys, this is going to go down in history as one of the biggest stories of 2025. And I genuinely mean that. There is no coming back from this. This is a massive, massive disaster of epic proportions. The only way for them to get past this is to just have like a bigger disaster somewhere else in the game industry where people forget about this eventually. But I don't know what could possibly be bigger than this. This is crazy. This is like the 9/11 of a game studio. When this kind of thing happens, it will completely destroy your studio. You cannot plagiarize stuff. You cannot. I don't know how to say it better or worse. It's like, it is the one thing out of everything you do not ever plagiarize stuff when you make a game. Holy crap. Grogbass says, I don't think it's going to matter that much. Oh, you don't? Just wait. Because even if the game comes out and does okay, and people forget about this. What about the artist? What if the artist makes a big deal out of this or sues them and could make a case to the court right now? It almost seemed pretty innocuous with their initial post where they're like, yeah, I don't know what to do about this. They could have called me. It didn't sound like they were going to sue or anything like that. I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is a payday in the waiting. You can retire and buy an island right now. This is the easiest money any lawyer could ever make for you with this. And you know this is not going to trial. You know they're going to pay whatever it takes to shut you up and make you go away, because this is bad. This is bad. That's true, Thomas Brown. It won't matter. This isn't a big story because no one cares about this game. And Bungie is already on the ropes without this. Well, I think that's why it does matter, because this is the death knell. This is what kills Bungie. That's why this is a big deal. This was like what they put all their money and effort into. I cannot believe, I still can't get over it. The one aspect of Marathon that everyone praised was its art direction. And that's exactly what they took from her. And this is N2 saying the Marathon Alpha released recently and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017, which is basically like a lottery ticket hitting 8 years later. And the music as well, apparently, which, yikes, I have not listened to it, but if that's the case, whoa. And we have Madam Savvy, now known as Sir Savvy, saying, this is how you know it wasn't just one former employee, which is what I brought up in my video today about it. I don't buy that story. That is the best excuse to try to make a story go away, is to say, oh, it's this unnamed employee that no longer works at the company that created the entire design of the corporation for the game. And they're not here anymore. So that's how it slipped through the cracks. It's like, no. That's not how this works. To make a game and the art direction that goes into it, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the game industry. It takes a lot of people, and a lot of checks and balances happen naturally. So I would look at this and say, they are either one, really stupid, or two, think you're really stupid. And I'm going with they think you're really stupid here, because it takes more than one person to do this. Bungie also has a history of theft. Anyone who believes them is a moron or doing cover, which again, my analysis in my video, that was the conclusion, the same exact conclusion I had before I even read this. I'm like, if they think people are going to buy this story, they got another thing coming, because I'm not buying this at all. In fact, the art director himself followed this N2 person for years, but they never interacted. And isn't that a small world? Isn't that a small world? It's almost like the art director is trying to offload the blame on an innocuous, no-name person so that they can save their career and save their job. One person doesn't do this. This is a team effort built in an office that does not care. Bungie's work speaks for itself. They deserve to be shuttered. Again, what was it? $2.7 billion, guys. Patterns of behavior don't lie. They are the observable truth and will tell you all you need to know. And again, check my video today. It goes through their history of lies, deceit, and plagiarism. And it is a very long rap sheet. And adding this to it, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Most companies have 0. This company has 4 or 5 now. I think I'm like losing count in the past few years alone. It's insane. It's insane. And then one more part to the story. And this part was probably the wildest part of all of it. And Grums on X says, the Bungie Marathon art scandal, theft scandal is pretty wild. But what's crazier is that DualShockers completely made up an article about it, complete with fake quote. They have since taken down the article. And this is N2. And I'm going to tell you guys straight up, if you use like Grok or ChatGPT or any AI program, and you tell it to like write an article for you, and you just say, write an article and print it out. Like if you're like a unpaid intern or making 10 bucks or 15 bucks an article, and you tell ChatGPT to spit out an article and you say, here's the situation, give me an article based on this, it will do that for you. But you know what it will also do? AI is known for this thing called hallucinations. Are you guys familiar with AI hallucinations? So it will start just inventing things that never happened to fill out the article, complete with quotes that do not happen, quotes that were never said. And when people see this, they might be like, wow, DualShockers, they invented a quote about this person. What I see when I read this is DualShockers just got caught straight up with not just AI, but really lazy journalism AI, where they didn't even check anything. They literally just told AI to write an article, allegedly, and it spit this out. This is insane to me. We're talking about plagiarism, and how funny is it that we have a plagiarism scandal, and now we have DualShockers using AI to make shit up about someone who copied someone who's actually an artist. This is insanity right now. No, but is anyone doing any work anywhere? Is anyone doing any work anywhere? What the hell? Is everyone just copying everyone? A2B says, I mean, AI is the embodiment of plagiarism. Good point. Good point. So, yeah, I saw this and I was just like, oh my God, DualShockers, did you really do this? So I went to go check it. And of course, it was taken down, like Grub said. But I did not clip it. It might be in the Wayback Machine. I'd be very curious, actually, to check this article. But I need more information on all AI. Oh, look. Yeah. So it's not just me who thinks it. Geralt of Gunia says, AI hallucination. Yep. That's the first thing I thought. Oh, look, journalists lying again. I know a lot of websites have switched over to AI-generated articles, so that could be the cause. Yep. Man, I genuinely did not read the replies to this yet. It's funny that everyone's looking at that and saying that, because I'm like, that's the first thing I thought as well. Oh shit, Cappy, what did I miss? What did I miss? Holy crap, I've been going on a good one. But yeah, that's basically the situation with Bungie's marathon. It's a complete catastrophe, utter disaster, and all we're seeing is fallout from lack of originality and a copycat world that nobody wants to actually do any research, do any digging, or put any work in. And maybe this speaks to a broader issue of the economy and a socio-political environment where people don't get paid enough to care enough, and the money's not worth it to even bother anymore. I feel like there's a greater conversation to be had with all this that I just don't have the time right now for. But I'll leave that there.